Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin. Another video has come up. It's a guy called Festify UK, who has some good information on his channel, and it's Jay Slater is Alive, Witness Speaks. But the problem is, there's just so much conflicting stories out there. It becomes confusing. It's almost becoming like who done it, or the plot of one of those riddles where you don't know till the end of the movie what actually happens. It's one of the craziest cases, and I love sort of criminology cases. I know that Jay's family is so worried, but this is a case where nothing has been resolved. You know, we're all speculating about what happened. I think we're pretty close in finding out the truth, because so many people want to find Jay and make sure he's safe. There's just, the story we heard from his friends, you could make maybe 10-20 stories from that. The other thing I've heard, which is kind of crazy, is that why did he want to get out of his friend's apartment so quickly that early morning? Did he take something from Abe's friend's room? Was that a possibility why he left? You know, where there's something in there that was worth money he took and he wanted to get out of there. That's something that people are talking about today. But there's so many avenues we can go down. I think sometimes we have to be patient and cool off. It's difficult because, like I said, the boy's missing. Many people still think he's still alive and still around the island. But we've heard these stories before. Madeleine McCann being, seen all over the island in that case, and she was never found. The question is, where is Jay Slater? People want to know that he's alive and he's safe. And like I said, he's not found. Why is he keeping low? The first thing you would do is to get hold of your mum or your father, at least people you trust, your brother, and say, look, I'm safe. I'm lowing down for this reason or that reason. At the end of the day, this is what makes me think that there's something seriously wrong in why Jay's missing. Has he had an accident? I'm not so sure now. Has he been hurt? I think that's a massive possibility, or killed. That's an even bigger possibility. So let's get into this video by Festify UK.
A new witness has spoken out explaining the Jay Slater situation and the Rolex getting taken, but says that Jay Slater is still alive.
That was that a watch was taken from someone who was heavily drunk, who was taken advantage of, and I think that after, by the sounds of it, he's got himself a little bit scared when he's worked out that that person wasn't just a nobody out there.
Right, yeah.
Okay, but can I ask, have you ever had a Rolex watch or an AP?
Yeah, it wasn't a Rolex, just to clarify that as well, because the roommate of Lucy's, she had to be there present when that apartment was searched. Her, Lucy, and the landlord as well, whilst the police and whichever other authority it was that was there to search that apartment. And again, because the information that I was told was that they believed that he was there hiding, and as it stands out, it clearly wasn't. We've been reported seeing in quite a few different places.
Even now, past what, during the searching?
And again, I only spoke to my cousin, not yesterday, the day before, obviously, and he said again, it's all talk amongst workers that he's been spotted in quite a few different places.
And you would say
that must hold some truth to it, because the news reports today are all talking how he's very positive, as if still around and he's still alive. They've not gone into any detail of what's gay.
Stop saying link in bio in your posts. If you want to make more sales on Instagram, then you have to stop using outdated...
So guys, it's been a month now since Jay Slater has been missing. A lot of people have not seen the full call that Lucy had made explaining exactly what happened, because she was actually the last person to speak to Jay Slater, but now it's come out. Watch the whole thing.
Gone home alone, back to my apartment, and then I woke up to a phone call at like 8:30 in the morning, around 8:30, from Jay saying that he'd gone up to the mountains, that his phone was on 1%, so it was like about to die. He didn't know where he was. He needed a drink. That he'd cut all his leg on like a cactus, and that he had no idea where we were. So I said to him, like, if you're ever going to listen to anything I'm going to say, like, you need to listen now. You need to go back to wherever you've just come from before your phone dies, and I'll come and pick you up from there. Like, you need to go back there. He said to me, I can't go back there. I don't know where it is. So I just said, send me like a location. So he sent over a screenshot of his last location. So I went straight. The first thing I did when the phone had cut off was I rang the police. So I'd rang 911 and spoken to the people there, and they told me that they'd sent a helicopter out. But later on, I'd spoken to somebody who lived up in the mountains, and they'd said they hadn't heard any helicopters, which obviously if there was a helicopter out, they definitely would have heard it. So I think they just totally fobbed me off with that. I don't even think they did. So after...
I've got to be honest with you. Lucy sounds kind of genuine in this. At the end of the day, a little scared, a little hesitant, but she does sound kind of genuine in this. I think she does know a little bit more. Maybe she does know where he is, but I think she knows what could have happened to him and who's involved, but has been told not to say anything. I do think that now, after hearing so many different videos and interpretations of what might have happened to Jay Slater at the end of that, and listening to this interview, I do think she's pretty genuine there, but I don't think she's telling the whole story in what really happened at the end of the day. But we seem to be finding out more and more each day. But like I said, we've got all these people saying that Jay's alive, he's been seen. Seen by who? Someone would take a picture, or at least inform the police that he's near this area at the end of the day, surely. Or, the other thing, are the police being paid off, or mafia paying people off not to say anything. It's been said that the clubs and bars don't want people harassed or people asking questions about this because people will stop coming there and spending their money. Yes, that is very, 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 very true. But the bottom line is, we've had this in so many cases that this person's been spotted in high-profile cases, Madeleine McCann, and she was never found, and that was 2007. And people, even today, are basically saying that, we've seen her, or people have said that they are her at the end of the day, which we know it's all bollocks, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, we know she's dead, but we don't know where she is or where she was buried at the end of the day, because that was a massive cover-up. Do I think Jay's alive? I'm not so sure, to be honest with you. Obviously there's no concrete evidence, but the longer it goes on, the longer I'd say he's not alive, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. And why wouldn't he contact his parents? That is the first thing you would do. You can see how hurt his mother and father was, and his brother out there looking for him at the end of the day. And like I said, the first thing you would do would to contact someone you love and trust, 100%.
Like half an hour, I had no updates. So I rang back and I said, has the helicopter had any sightings of him? Has anybody seen him? Like, I'm really, really worried. They said no, they'd not seen anything. But they were like out looking for him. So I thought, right, I'm not getting anywhere with this phone call. Like, every time I'd ring the police, like, they just kept ending the phone on me. Like, they were just so unbothered by the full situation. So I thought, right, I need to get a taxi as soon as possible down to the police station and speak to them in person. So I got a taxi down to the closest police station. I was literally there within the hour of the phone call. So I'd gone in, I said, I really need to report somebody missing. But I said, it's not like they're just missing around here, like, he's missing in a very, like, abandoned place. There's nothing up there, it's just mountains. She gave me a piece of paper that said that I needed to go online, fill in a form, and then within 48 hours I'd receive a code, and I'd bring the code back to the police station, and then I could file a report. I said, within 48 hours, like, it could be fatal. I said, this needs reporting right now. So we'd come up, there was literally no sign of him anywhere. Like, we drove around all day. There was literally nothing, no sign of him. I went into a restaurant that was halfway up on the viewpoint.
And is that where you are now, Lucy? You're staying at the coast, but you're now up in the mountains where you think Jay was.
I've literally not slept at all since I've got that phone call at 8 o'clock.
We all hope that the search continues and Jay is found safe and sound. But the final question is, what is he like? What's he like at home? Is he sensible, or is he a bit more of a risk taker? What's Jay like?
No, he's not a risk taker at all. That he wouldn't do anything. Like, I don't know why. I can't understand why he would come out of the house and then decide that he was going to walk. I don't know why he would do that. And then I think he set off maybe set off walking with back to it and not realise how far the walk actually is. And then when he's obviously, or when I've spoken to him, he said he'd already walked about half an hour. And then obviously, I don't know if he's walked half an hour down the road and then put it into his maps, and then obviously it said it's like really far. I really don't know why he set off walking. There isn't much up here. However, there are cars that come up here. There are people that come up here to hike. I've seen so many people up here, and I've asked every single one if they've seen him, and nobody's seen him. And this is what I find weird, because if he'd have seen somebody or a car or a person, he would have either flagged down the car. Yeah. He would have said to someone like that he needs a phone to contact someone. And also, it's like, he would never have his mum worrying like this. He would never have like his family worrying like this. He would never have us worrying like this. Like, if he saw someone, the first thing he would do is say, I need to ring my mum. Like, I know that for a fact. So I've never ever in my life been so worried at all.
Perhaps even more telling today is this.
Like I said, you heard Lucy basically say that the first port of call, he would definitely call his mum. I truly believe that. This makes me think that there's something more sinister in why he can't talk. And for those people saying that he's been seen around the island hiding low, I just don't believe that. I really don't. Or less his parents know more than what they're letting on, but I just don't think so. Why would you fly over there? And especially the father looks so dejected, obviously, because his son's missing, and you could tell that it's the whole world on his mind because he can't find his son. I just don't think it has anything to do with the parents. Lucy, I think she knows a little bit more, but I really don't think she knows where he is. If she does know what's happened to him, she should say something. And Brad too, because they're supposed to be his friends. And what I didn't know up until recently, that Lucy has apparently has known basically not that long, took Jay not that long, to be honest with you. And that makes me think sometimes it takes quite a while to get to know someone. If you know someone till March, you don't know them that well. Yes, you could go clubbing together, but it takes a lot longer. Whereas obviously, I think Jay knows Brad from back in the day. They go back a long way. But it does make me think. I do think that basically Brad and Lucy are hiding something but I don't think they know where he is. I truly believe that. They may know that he may be caught up in some gangland thing, which has been taken out of his hand, and they're not allowed to say something. I think that's a high possibility. But to say that, you know, they know where he is or they know where his body is, I don't think they do. You know, what I've read and what I think now, I just don't think Lucy and Brad know as much as what we think, like where he specifically is at the end of the day. If it does come out that we find out that they know that he's dead, that's completely out of order, but I'm writing that off at the moment.
State of their investigation, they say that they remain hopeful of finding Jay alive and insist he is not yet regarded as missing, presumed dead. This new development, the fact that they are chasing new lines and pursuing every lead, will be some comfort to the family who have expanded their search deep within the gorge below me. They believe that Jay may have been able to walk further than the point where his phone last pinged before it ran out of battery. But the size of this area and the dangerous terrain underfoot perhaps illustrates their desperation. They are small in number and the search vast, but they refuse to give up hope, and now, after days of silence from the Spanish police, neither are they. The search for Jay Slater continues, and in a further development, his friends Brad Hargreaves and Lucy May Law have now flown home to the UK. Brad jetted back on Sunday after insisting that he and Jay were not drug mules. He had to come out and defend himself after claims were made online, after it emerged that Jay had joined convicted drug dealer Ayub Kasim at a £40 a night Airbnb close by in the remote foothills of this mountainous region, a good 30-mile drive from the party scene close to his hotel in Los Cristianos in the hours before he vanished.
Businesses are for sale. Forget about property, stocks and shares, commodities, that's old.
Sorry, that's the end of the video. But what we do know is that Jay was somewhere out in the wilderness. For how long? Was he with somebody else? Was Lucy with him? Were there other people that were following him? Did he take something from Ayub's room? Why that Ayub's friend's room? That's why he couldn't go back. There's so many questions that haven't been answered. To say that basically he's been seen, I think that's a load of bollocks. I do, I really do, because I think the first thing he'd do, the worry of his mum and dad, especially his mum, you would contact them at the end of the day, and that's just crazy, because we've heard so many stories like this before of people going missing and have been seen all over the world and they're never found, and it's sad. I'm a factual person, so I think unless we've got pictures of him where we can verify he's there, then I think sometimes people got to stop talking crap. Subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Thank you very much indeed for the old subscribers and the new subscribers.